family. How you doing? It's the day after Thanksgiving. I know it was a horrendous day yesterday, but probably great because the family was around, friends were around, and you cooked yourself into a frenzy, right? Oh, I hope not a frenzy, but a lot of work. And then, did you get up early this morning to go shopping? I hope you didn't. Because you know what? You can still get buys if you don't have to go today. I hope you didn't. But if you did, you know that now it's time for supper. And you know what that means? Leftovers. What in the world are we going to have for dinner? Well, you have some leftover turkey, leftover stuffing probably, leftover pumpkin pie, cranberry sauce, yeah, all of the above. Leftover broccoli maybe from your dinner yesterday. Well, today we're going to show you what you can make for dinner using up the leftovers from Thanksgiving. You know, at home we have brought you how to make a turkey with a cornbread stuffing, with my mother's old-fashioned bread stuffing, with this and that. And I said, this year I'm going to show you what to do with the leftovers. Plus, I'm going to show you my very, very favorite turkey sandwich. My favorite. Maybe nobody else is going to like it, but this is what I do when we're slicing down turkey for sandwiches. And I think it's really good, and I think you're going to enjoy it. I trust that it was a great day, and that not only on Thanksgiving will we have a thankfulness and a thankful heart, but I pray that all throughout the year we would remember that there is so much to be thankful for. You say, well, you know, my life is in pretty much of a mess, and I don't know what I would. You know what? There's always something to be thankful for. You got out of bed this morning. You were able to see, to hear, to speak, to walk, to move, to think. You had a roof over your head. You had somebody around you, a neighbor, a family, friends. You know what? There's always something to be thankful for. And I pray that that attitude of thankfulness would not just be a one-day thing. It would be an attitude of our hearts every day. I'm always reminded, the Lord says, oh, give thanks unto the Lord, for he is good, and his mercy endures forever. So let's keep that going all year long, not just on Thanksgiving, okay? All right, we're going to have our hint, and when we come back, we're starting out with what to do with all these leftovers. We'll be back in just a minute. Here's today's at-home hint. If you have baked on residue on your roasting pan, add a little water to the pan and bring it to a boil to loosen the grease, scraping with a wooden spoon to break up the tough bits. Let cool, drain, wipe with the remaining grease out with a dishcloth, and wash in soapy water as usual.
If you have an at-home hint, a favorite recipe, or just a friendly greeting you'd like to share, we'd like to hear from you. Post it in the comments of this video or visit our Facebook page.
Leftovers, that's what we're talking about today. All the stuff that you had left over from Thanksgiving. Do you always have a lot of leftovers?
Always.
Yeah, I think most people do, because you always make more, because you don't want anybody to say, well, I didn't get enough food, because that's nothing worse than that. So you always make more. So you're going to put together, this is a broccoli turkey casserole. And it's easy, because it's all the stuff that you already have. So tell us what's in it.
We have 4 cups of turkey cut up, 4 cups of broccoli.
And we parboiled that. It's already cooked a little bit.
Right, and then you have rice that we already cooked up.
Chicken flavored that we've cooked already.
1.5 cups of milk, 3/4 cup mayonnaise, water chestnuts. Drained well, celery, onion, cream of chicken soup, and some chicken broth.
Chicken broth. And you're
That's
just going to
just mix it all together, put it in a casserole, bake it in the oven.
Did you butter the casserole?
Yeah, I sprayed it.
Okay, good. All right, good. Now, while she's doing that, and then again, these are just all assembling things. And the leftover broccoli, that was part of the vegetable that we had. And you just, you know, there's celery. You probably had that for your stuffing or whatever. And then just a little box of rice, and then just put it all together. Now, this is called a turkey salad. And we think of a turkey salad, you think of like chopping up the turkey real small. But look at the big chunks of turkey that's in this salad, because you're going to get a big chunk of turkey when you bite into it. So you don't want to think, oh, I'll just put this on a little piece of toast. Now, this is a different kind. This would be like an entree salad, all right? So I have about 3 cups of nice big pieces of turkey here. And again, we're using some sweet pickles. And this is about, it's like an 8 ounce, about 8 ounces of chopped, very small chopped sweet Even gherkins are good. Okay? And I'm going to chop up 3 hard-boiled eggs. You know how to do an egg the best way? Put it raw into your saucepan. Cover it an inch with cold water. And then bring it up, the water, bring it up to a boil very slowly. And when it's in a full boil, shut it off, put the lid on, and wait 10 minutes. You'll have a perfect hard-boiled egg with no green around the yolk. You know how you get that sometimes? I don't like that. I think that's disgusting. So anytime I've done it that way, it works. You don't
I do it that way now, too, since you told me.
Yeah, because it's easier
perfect.
to, even when you're doing Easter stuff, you know, just put them all in there, bring them to a boil, shut it off, and wait. It's amazing. Very amazing. So we're just chopping them up. How are we doing over there, Patty?
I'm doing good. I got just about everything mixed. A couple little things got to go in it.
Is there a topping to that?
No.
No topping at all.
No
so
topping. Just put it in the pan
and what's the temperature that bakes with?
325.
So
everything's really cooked, so you don't really need to cook it. Just need to heat it all up.
Are you doing it in convection or regular?
Regular.
I think maybe we should do that because that bakes for an hour. Does that say an hour?
No. 15, 20 minutes.
15 minutes? No, can't be right.
Oh, an hour, and then uncover it for 15, 20 minutes. Okay, yeah.
So I think maybe before you put that in, why don't you, mix it up in that, but let's change that to convection. If you have convection, a convection oven or something like that you can use, casseroles are great for that. I don't tell you to use that for cakes or things that have to raise like bread and that, but convection for that is perfect. That will speed that along.
Speed it up.
And it will certainly cut down the time. Okay, we have that in. Now we're going to add a scant ½ cup of mayonnaise, just plain old mayonnaise. For me, that would be Hellmann's.
I love Hellmann's mayonnaise, too.
Yeah, me too. It's just the best. It's the best. And then this is a product, maybe, I wasn't even aware of this until I started looking. This is called mustard and mayo blend. So it's in this bottle, and they blend it, and you're going to use about 3/4 of this bottle in this. So I'm just going to squeeze it out. That's going to give this whole thing a tang. Let me see, try to judge it what it feels like is left in there, because we can always add some more if we need to. Okay, and then we're going to do some good old black pepper in here. Yeah. And you can season it however you like. If you want to put some celery seed, you know, it's your leftovers, do what you want. Just make sure it tastes the way you want it to taste. There we go. Now we're just going to mix.
It's a nice easy salad.
And look how pretty the colors are too.
They are pretty.
And you know, it's nice to have nice big chunks of turkey instead of, sometimes, you know, you don't have a whole lot of turkey left and you're trying to stretch it. Yeah, which is not good because nobody can taste it. So, but it's nice to have a lot. And I think that this is something, you could double this if you're having a lot of people or whatever. I think it works well. I think it works real well. And if you don't like sweet, you could put dill pickles, but I think the sweet is really nice with this. That's going in your casserole.
Yep.
Okay. Now, mine is going to go into the refrigerator because this needs to chill for a little while. And at the end of the program, we're going to show you how you serve this because it's a unique way to serve it because, as I said, it's a salad entree. So you would serve this as the main course of your leftovers if you wanted to, because there's enough. I mean, look, if you get a scoop of that, that's a lot of turkey on there. So if you like turkey, this might be, if you have a lot of turkey left, this might be the one that you're really going to want to do. Okay, so we're going to chill this down. That's going into the oven. When we come back, a whole lot more. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Do you love watching At Home with Arlene Williams? Then be sure to check out our new YouTube channel. It's filled with classic episodes from over 20 years of At Home, and more videos are added each day. And don't forget to click the subscribe button so you'll never miss another episode of At Home.
Well, we're starting now with our next round of leftover meals ideas. And Patty's going to make a different kind of a casserole because this one has a crust, but the crust is the leftover stuffing. Oh. Okay, tell us what to do.
Yes, this is called cream turkey and stuffing, and all you do is you take your leftover stuffing, about 2 cups, give or take, and you press it down into the pan.
That's what, a 2-quart? Is that
it's a 2-quart? Yeah, probably about a 2-quart.
Okay, you want to push up the sides a little bit because you're making, really lining it. And you want to make sure that it goes in there evenly, because if there's a low spot, that might burn because there's not enough. You're bringing it up, I think you need to bring it up the sides just a little bit so that it holds that in there well. There you go.
Look good?
That's better. Yeah, we're getting there. Push it in there. There you go. Now you're going to make a filling for that.
Right. And I have the butter already going, and I'm putting the celery and onion.
Just a little bit of celery and onion.
Like a quarter cup of celery and onion.
Which you could have left over from when you made your dressing or your stuffing, whichever you call it.
Right.
And
you let that cook up just a little bit.
So it gets a little tender. Now this one doesn't bake as long as the other one, so you're going to want to cook the onion a little bit longer because it doesn't have as much time in the oven. But that will work out too.
Right.
And then you're going to make a roux, because your butter's getting brown there, so you're going to want to make a roux pretty soon.
Right.
And all you do is put your flour in first, because that has to thicken up. You know, the roux is mixed with the fat and the flour. That makes a roux. You stir it around.
This is evaporated milk.
Yeah, but wait. Stir your flour. Make sure the flour gets all... You have to do that or else it gets lumpy. Yeah. And you have to make sure it's incorporated. And you even like it to get that flour taste out of that. So you want it to...
Okay. How's that looking? Good?
Yep. No, I think you're all right. And add it really slowly, okay?
Okay.
Now, while she's doing that, I'm going to tell you about my favorite turkey sandwich. Okay, I have 2 slices of bread. Now, this can be any kind of bread. It can be rye bread is great. White bread's great. A bun is good, whatever. I even like this kind of bread, and I like it lightly toasted for a little different flavor, because a little crunch in there is nice. So you just take 2 slices, and then, because sometimes turkey can be dry, you have to add moisture. So I'm adding a thin layer of mayonnaise. And you know what? Paul always puts the mayonnaise. I'll show you how Paul will say, okay, you got mayonnaise, or, well, I mean, you know, what about this little corner over here? I always tell him you have to spread it clear across the bread. If he puts peanut butter and jelly, you're great if you can get around the corners because there's nothing on them. When you get to the middle, you're okay, but those corners can be dry. So we want to spread it evenly all over, just like that, okay? 2 slices. Now, the next thing you want to do is your turkey. And this is part of our turkey breast that we had left over. So I just cut it down, and you want to cut it in thin pieces. If your family likes thick pieces of turkey, go ahead, but I think it's easier to bite and to enjoy and savor every little piece. This is beautiful turkey, just, you know, all the fat's taken off. And you want to be generous with it, because this is going to be like a meal on a bread. And you're going to put 2 slices and 2 more slices. Think that's enough? I think so. I'm going to turn that around so it's kind of even on the bread, just like that, okay? Now, there's a lot of options here. You got your basic. Now, if there's any leftover dressing, guess where it's going? You got it right on top of the turkey. And you just press it on there. This is like a Thanksgiving meal on a sandwich, because all the elements of Thanksgiving are right here. Just keep putting it on, as much or as little. Sometimes if I don't want it on the sandwich, I'll put it on the side to eat it along with the sandwich. It's all good. Trust me, it's all good. Put a little bit more right here. I love using all the leftovers because you're creating a completely different taste. And looking, if you served Thanksgiving the second day, people are kind of like, okay, I'm a little tired of the same thing. But if you use it in different ways like we've been showing you today, I think that people will enjoy it, and it's not hard, doesn't take a lot of time, okay? Now, what else do you have left over? Where's my knife? I would say a little cranberry sauce. So we're going to take a piece of cranberry and put that right on that sandwich. And I'm going to cut another piece in half because I want to make sure every little bite has some of that, okay? Now, another option. Do you want to put lettuce on that or don't you? Sometimes when the lettuce is near the mayonnaise, you know how that is, slides out. It's up to you. I personally tend to go without it and just put the lid on the sandwich like that. Now, I then cut it in half. and don't push down on it, because if you push down on it, everything's going to be flying out. Might already have a little situation there. Nope, we're okay. And I just do this because I think this keeps you from having to worry about, is it going to slide off? Of course, once you get these made and you put them on a platter, they're not there very long because people are going to grab these and eat them fast, because this is one of the best sandwiches you'll ever taste. How are we doing over there,
Good.
Missy?
Yeah, real good. I'm
Okay,
getting
is it
ready to
thick?
put. Yes, it came nice
All right,
and thick.
I think then let's just put that in there. Look how nice and thick it is. I mean, you've got dressing, and you've got, that smells wonderful. There's just a soup with that, and it's a nice creamy, nice big thick pieces of turkey, and the dark meat or the light meat, whichever, perfect, absolutely perfect.
Yeah, it does look yummy.
Now, if you have cranberry sauce, you're going to put that out when we serve these. Anything left over, if you have some sweet potatoes, warm them up. They'll be fine, because these are just some ideas of how you don't have enough for everybody to have a big portion, so you're using it to make a casserole. I think people are going to enjoy that. Now, how long does that one bake?
This one bakes for about 25 to 30 minutes.
So that's not as long as the
and
other.
at 350.
Okay, she's going to put that in. I'm going to keep making sandwiches, and we're going to take a break. When we come back, we're going to show you everything from our leftover program. We'll be at the table.
Just go to ctvn.org/at-home to get all the recipes from today's show for free. That's right, no subscriptions. They're available online at no cost, and more are being added each day. So join us at ctvn.org/at-home to get today's recipes now.
I want you to be sure that you get the recipes, because as I said, we're getting ready to go into the Christmas holidays, and you don't want to miss any of those, because we're doing cookies, we're doing specialty desserts, we're doing a wonderful Christmas program, plus we're going to do some party ideas if you're entertaining between the holidays, between Christmas and New Year's, or for a New Year's Eve party. All of that coming up, so you don't want to miss any of it, so send for the recipe. Now today what we've done, because we have leftovers from Thanksgiving, look at the table. This almost looks like another Thanksgiving, because I'm telling you, with the leftovers, we made a meal fit for a king. This is our Ann's turkey salad. Remember I told you about it with the big chunks of turkey? This would be a way that you'd put it out as a main entree for dinner. You would put some leafy lettuce, nice crisp leafy lettuce, and then put a nice portion of that wonderful salad and some green and red grapes, some little chunks of cranberry sauce around, and then a few pecans on the top. That is an entree with a little piece of a dinner roll or some bread. That's a wonderful way if you don't want something real heavy the day after Thanksgiving. You want something lighter. Next to that, we've done my favorite sandwich. This can be anytime over the next couple days. As long as the turkey holds out, you got a good sandwich. And I think that when you put a really good pickle. Now, my suggestion would be this pickle right here. This is a Bellevue. It's the strip. It's a candied sweet dill strip. You can only find it at Bellevue, and they make the best. These are hard to find, but boy, are they worth looking for, because that, in connection with that bite of that sandwich, what a combination. Delicious. Now, next to that, we have our creamed turkey in dressing. That's the one that has the crust on the bottom. That is awesome, smells good, delicious. We put some extra cranberry sauce out for people that would like to eat with that. And then the next one is our broccoli turkey supreme casserole. That makes a nice big casserole. If you only want half of that, cut the portions in half. Or make it like that, put it in 2 dishes, freeze one for maybe sometime you need a quick dinner during December when everybody's shopping and has so much going on. Whatever you do, be sure to be thankful and keep the Thanksgiving going, as I said before, all year long. I hope you've enjoyed this. We've certainly enjoyed coming into your home. It's a great season. It's a wonderful time of the year. People's thoughts go to being thankful for the good things in our lives. I'm thankful for you, and I hope that you will join us the next time, because it just wouldn't be the same without you here at home. Thank you, folks, for joining us.
Furnishings provided by Levin Furniture, featuring Lane's Country Living Collection. Food provided by Jordan Banana Company, wholesalers of fresh fruit and vegetables in Trevosburg, Pennsylvania.
Don't forget to click the subscribe button so you'll never miss another episode of At Home. Thank you for watching.
Cornerstone Television wishes to thank all our faithful viewers whose consistent prayers and financial support have made this program possible.